want your arm to move at all. That's the reason why I'm so close here, because I don't want you to get too far away from the net, so you don't try to use your arm to get it there, right? So my wrist cocks back and I snap, just that, okay? You can practice this in your room with a ball, a sock. Doesn't have to be, so you want to practice stuff in the house, you can still do drills and stuff in the house, just use a sock, okay? No ball, sock, and just use that. You can do wrist snaps in the house, just like that, okay? All right, so those are front wrist snaps. I suggest that you do front wrist snaps 3 to 4 days a week, 40 a day, okay? All right, I mean, that's up to you, what you can do. I'm giving you the maximum what I would suggest for you to do if you want to get on the fast track to pitching sooner, getting out on the field sooner, okay? All right, these are side wrist snaps. Side wrist snaps are, I'm going to put both my feet on a slight angle right here, and then I'm going to let you do it too in a second, okay? And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my arm right here. See how my arm stays right there and right in my side? And my hand is right next to my thigh. So I'll have the same grip, my horseshoe grip. My hand is here. I cock my wrist back and I snap, just right there, okay? Now, I'm gonna let you try the side wrist snap right now first, okay? You come this way, baby, turn this way. Keep coming here, I'll show it to you. Hold the ball. Come to me a little bit more. All right, now, turn your feet, okay? Where do you throw at? Do you have a net? What do you throw? Where do you do your drills at?
I am my drills at the wall.
Where at? Outside?
At my house.
Okay, so you're not throwing into something. The ball's bouncing back at you? See you, babe. So the ball's bouncing back at you?
We've got a net, though. We've got a net.
Yeah, the wall's not a good idea. Start using the net, okay? Because you don't want to chase balls. You need to get a bucket of balls, okay? I don't care if they're good or bad. You need to get a bucket of balls. When you do your drills, when I say your drills, you're going to bring, depending on how long and what you do, if you're going to do lessons here, what we ask you to do is to bring a book in, and you're going to write your drills down when you do them at home. So I keep you accountable for what you're doing, right? They pay a lot of money for you to do drills, for you to do lessons, right? Everybody does when they come here. So if I'm going to make you do lessons and I was going to pay for it, I want to know you're doing it, right? So that's what I do. I'll ask you to bring a book in. I'm going to ask you to do drills 3 to 4 days a week. You're going to go to 4 days a week when school gets out. When school's in, 3 days a week. You got a lot of stuff going on. I understand all that, right? And all I'm talking about is 20 minutes a day. I'm not talking about 2 hours a day. If you've got time to do an hour a day or 40 minutes, that's up to you. But the minimum I want is 20 minutes. That's all, okay? You'll write in your book, wrist snaps, side wrist snaps, how many you did and the date. This way when you come in, you show me your book, and I'll know whether you did them or not when I watch you. But I want you to put them down so you know, okay? All right, so stay right here. See, I want to put that hand, see, I want to keep your hand right there next to your thigh, right there. Look at the ball, see where it's at? Make sure your hand's behind the ball, right? I'm going to put both my fingers here so you can't move your arm right now, okay? Cock your wrist back. Good, right there. See what I'm doing here, Dad?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I do this right now because what she may do, or may not, I'm going to let you try it in a minute, she may move her arm.
Okay.
I don't want her to move her arm right now, okay? So I'll let you try it on yourself by yourself, right? The ball right there in front of your thigh, okay? Right now, right here, right here. Right in's right there. See where, feel that right there? That's where I need you to be. Cock your wrist back, snap. Good, that's not bad. Good job, you did a good job. Okay, do it again. Right here, right there in front, right? Okay, now, why did that ball go over there? Because you had your hand turned sideways, right? When you were here, look at me. When you were here, you had your hand turned like that. If you turn your hand that much, and your ball moves over here this close, how far do you think it's going to go when you get back there at 35 feet? Your ball's going to be over there in the corner, right? So it's really important to make sure we stay directly behind the ball. So there's nothing wrong with looking at it. You can look at it. You go down there right now until you feel it. When you get 100% sure, look at your hand. Make sure your hand's behind the ball, okay? All right? So these are the two drills that what happens is after you start pitching and you get back there, these are the two drills that the girls neglect, that they don't do anymore. This is the worst thing that you can do. make sure you always do wrist snaps every time before you work out, right? When you're coming. So when you come down here for a lesson, you'll come 15, 20 minutes early. You'll come over here. If there's somebody using this, you just find a net somewhere, right? And you do a few of your warm-up drills. You'll throw a bucket and a half to 2 buckets, half a bucket of wrist snaps, a half a bucket of broken tees, and a half a bucket of tees. So you'll be completely warm for when your lesson starts, you're ready to go. We don't have to waste any time to get you warm, okay? The other thing is, when you get done pitching, when you get done doing a lesson, you make sure you ice, okay? You make sure you ice your shoulder and you make sure you ice your elbow, okay? If you want to pitch a long time through high school and maybe college, take care of your body now. If you don't, you're going to end up having problems back here, here, and here, and it's going to end up hurting. All you got to do is 20 minutes, right? All right? They'll help you get the ice and stuff like that, but it's your responsibility to keep it on, okay? You can do that. I promise you can, all right? Now, I know that I'm saying a lot of stuff to you, and I will promise you I will say this stuff over and over again to you. You won't forget it, because I'll stay on you with it, all right? So, you got front wrist snaps, you got side wrist snaps, right? Those two pretty simple, okay? The next drill I'm gonna show you, you may or may not have done it. It's called broken tees. That's what I call it. Somebody else might call it follow-throughs or something like that. So I'll show you what it looks like. Stay right here, okay? So, we're gonna stay in the same position. This particular drill, if you want to move a foot or two away from the net, you can, all right? I don't really care as long as you're within 5 feet, okay? So my feet are slightly turned, or at least my front foot is slightly turned. I don't care if your back foot stays this way or if it stays this way. That's up to you, okay? So you're still going to keep the ball in the same spot right here, okay? Now you're going to have your glove up right here, okay? Once I cock my wrist back, I'm going to snap and follow through. When I do that, I'm going to turn my back foot. Watch. See where my shoulders are? Square to the target, my elbows facing the target, right? Okay? Where did my glove go? Straight down to my leg, right? If my glove comes to my side or past my side, my arm's going to go this way. When people run, they run like this, right? You ever seen anybody run like this? With their arm out like that? They don't pitch like that either, or at least they try not to, okay? But when I wind up and I throw, if my glove comes out here, my arm's gonna go out here, okay? And as soon as that happens, you lose your circle and you lose all your speed, okay? So I'll show you what it looks like, okay? You stay right here, cock my wrist back, and snap, right? Just right there. The one thing you can't be afraid to do is smack your leg. The best thing for you to do, and if you don't already have them, is get you a pair of sliding shorts or compression shorts, okay? So when you do hit your leg with your glove, it won't hurt you, okay? It's not gonna hurt, it just may sting a little bit. And your leg will be red when you're done pitching. That's just part of it, okay? But we gotta bring that glove, it's gotta come down right there, okay? So when you get those shorts, you put them on, your glove comes down, it won't hurt. But as soon as you try to do this with your glove, you slow your arm down and the ball's gonna be high. See all those holes? They're from girls that were afraid to use their glove. Okay, that's where all those holes came from, right? You're gonna end up throwing a few up there too. You'll have a couple holes in there before it's all said and done. And that's okay, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? All right, so you wanna try that? All right, let's try it without a ball first, okay? So every drill that we do in here, you can do without a ball, right? So if you're in your house and you don't have time or it's raining or whatever, you can practice your drills in your house. You don't have to have a ball for everything we do, okay? All right, so let's turn your glove. We're gonna turn your glove this way, okay? See how like this? We want your pinky hand to come down to hit your glove, okay? Right there, okay? All right, so remember, this stays right here in front of my thigh. Cock your wrist back, all right? Go. Go ahead, you're good. You want me to show you again? Here, stay right here, okay? So, now, my wrist, when I cock it back, the biggest thing that I'm working on right now is wrist snaps, right? Because that's what we're working on. So if I let you bring your hand back and go there, and then push it, did we work on my wrist snap? No, we used my arm and we just pushed it. So watch my hand again. It stays right here. I cock my wrist back, and I don't bring it back to get any power. I stay right there, and immediately go straight up, okay? All right, go ahead and try it.